What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Watching Paint Dry here on Another Letdown. My name is Zach from Another Letdown Media and the Adjacent Text podcast, and I'm joined on this show by my good buddy Mike, aka Broody Gambit. How's it going, man?
It is going great.
This is the show.
Well.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
You're good. You can keep talking.
No, I was just saying, hope you're doing great as well.
It's been a week, man. I'm not. I'll talk to you about it off air. I probably should have mentioned it beforehand, but it's like I'm good. I'm okay. Like things are fine. Now they weren't earlier in the week. Anyway, this is the show where Mike and I hang out on a Saturday night after, I guess after regular human being hours, and work through our ridiculous backlog of miniatures that need painting. As with all the shows that we host here on the Another Letdown Media channel, we believe in civil rights for absolutely everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against that goal are not welcome and will not be tolerated. So, without any more delay, let's paint some minis. What do you got on the docket today, Mike?
I'm working on a couple of stragglers of my TMNT collection. I've got Rat King and a group of Sabat Ninjas to kind of assembly line through.
Nice. That's awesome. Oh, and RPD mentions that he is also here. RPD is our chat moderator. And despite it probably being one of the least healthy things he does to his body, RPD lives in Denmark. And it's crazy hella early there, I guess. Like, it's not a good thing for him to be up this late in a general sense. But he does, and he does it because he cares. We love RPD. Welcome, buddy. 3:02 a.m. That's mad early, bro. I do not want to be up this late. Anyway, Broody's working on TMNT. I am working on Brutality. I'm continuing more or less where we left off last time. I've got this guy whose name is... Oh, God. He is... Can't remember. Atticus Kilgore, Leviathan Hunter. There we go. I remember now. Okay, so as we left it, I was very displeased with what the white did on his beard, so I'm gonna have to contend with that. But we'll get there when we get there. I still did not get a chance to get into work and pick up Xandri Dust. Go me. But that's fine. We'll also contend with that. We're going to start with Mornfang Brown. Hey, Captain Kirk's here. Captain Kirk promised the other day during Mega Man Battle Network that he would ask some more awesome painting questions. Captain Kirk was the rock star of the stream last week, asking us some awesome questions. Big shout out to him. I'm going to start with the brush here. We'll see where it goes. That's a standard brush. Is that what I want? Decisions, Broody. I don't like making them.
Standard.
Yeah, please. I mean, as you think of them, Cap, let us know. And tonight, for now, RPG SC, RPG DBD, I will be building the latest killer added to DBD and the star of the Halloween events throughout its run, Talbot Games, aka The Blight. Dead by Daylight is DBD, which is a game that our dear friends Colin and Faye and Lord Yeshua, that's Josh, play on stream fairly regularly. I am not... Like, I love the concept of the game. It's just not one I've gotten into myself. Colin and I had a long discussion about it when he first started streaming it, and we agreed that it is probably something I would enjoy. It's just I've got so many things on my plate right now that I just can't get into it. He really wanted me to play with him, and I would love to. I just haven't had the time. Also, poor Colin, I filled in for him on the This Is Difficult podcast last week, and the poor guy is pretty sick, and I haven't heard any updates on him. I hope it's not, the Backstreet Boys reunion tour, as Game Grumps would call it. So how's your week been, Mike? That's never a good start.
I would just say pretty uneventful, all things considered.
Oh, that's good. That's
pretty routine.
Yeah, that's good. I gotta be honest, like, my students were rock stars this week. Like, it seems like every time I'm having a rough week, my students just take it up to the next level, to the next level. And that's one of my favorite things about being a teacher is, like, they can sense it. And they just work extra hard to make sure their teachers are taken care of as well as they are. And that's really meaningful. Oh my god. When looking into brushes, how do they differ, and for what purposes do you want different types of brushes? So I am not the best person I'm not the best qualified to answer that, because I exclusively use Citadel brushes because they're free for me. So Broody, how do you select brushes, and what goes into that decision?
Okay, so I also use I have a bunch of Citadel brushes.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the first set I bought. The set I'm currently using, I saw at PAX Unplugged. It's a British company called Games and Gears. That's upside down.
It'll be upside down to you, but it'll be right side up for us.
Okay, either or. Games and Gears. Like I said, it's a British company. I saw their booth at PAX Unplugged that first year when we met.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just really impressed. They have tons of different brushes. Like this series that I'm using here is I believe it's ox bristles, like ox hair bristles. And like this is a double lot. They have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's basically how wide or thick the brush is. So this is the difference between the 2 and 3. So like the significantly smaller.
Oh wow!
Detail. And then the 4 is even tinier.
Wow. So as the numbers go up, the brush gets smaller?
Yeah, the number of zeros is like the brush gets smaller.
Oh, it's like millimeters or something. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like the whole set I got, and like I saw this at PAX Unplugged, and I used like Christmas money as a gift for my wife's grandmother at the time. She's 90 something and can't really go shopping or anything, so she ended up just giving us money and let us go pick out what we want. And so
Fair.
What I got that year was like a set of brushes that came with these 4. The other ones that I used a lot were these synthetic brushes. The price is like 1, 2, and 3. 1 being like the largest, which you can't read anymore because that's one off the numbers. 2 and then 3 being the smallest.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, like I said, these are synthetic fibers for the brush head.
What do you find is the difference between the synthetic and the natural?
The synthetic, to me, seems to hold a lot more paint.
Okay.
And it's really good for washing in that regards. Like I can fill up the bristles and really coat a bunch.
Sure.
And also the even the largest size of the synthetic, the brush is just so much larger than even the largest one of my natural bristles. That it helps me coat things a lot easier. So if I've got large swaths of things to paint, like that landscape, for instance.
Oh, okay, sure.
Really wide brush helps out a lot with that.
Nice.
And the last set I got, it was a whole bundle. It was a bunch of technicals. So it came with a specific dry brush that's already pretty weathered and worn. So when you're painting, Kirk, keeping your bristles nice and fine to a point helps you paint details and stuff like that.
Sure.
When you're wanting to dry brush, having a kind of worn out and more slightly frayed brush tends to work out a little bit better.
So something like, I'm putting it on screen for people to see. Something like this this is my exclusively red dry brush because there's like constantly red in it. Red is a very, very bright color, and like there's a couple of colors that you just almost need a dedicated dry brush for. Red being one of them. I find that greens and grays and blues and things are kind of fine to have the same brush for, but like blacks and reds and oranges, things like that need sort of a dedicated brush.
And like the second technical they have is a vehicle brush, which is just a long flat. So it's like super thin,
Oh, yeah.
flat, and it helps you get like nice even coats.
Yeah, I have one like that too.
Then I think the other one, I don't use it as much. Open. The Wakizashi is similar to similar to the vehicle brush, but it's got a slanted thing. And the last one, which I find very interesting, I also don't use it as much, but it's what they call the katana.
Sure.
It's not even like a brush, it's just like, it's like an acrylic almost, like, tip. Which I can use to, like, dot eyes and stuff like that and do some tricky things with.
Oh man, I'd never even thought of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, Ian. You're referring to the dry brush colors. Yeah, I think that's what you're referring to. So I got to decide how black I want his cape to be, and I think the answer is that's very brown.
I will say, the paint seems to come out of the synthetics a lot easier than it does the natural brushes.
Yeah.
Well, I like do my cleaning and stuff. So that is a benefit that I like with the synthetic.
Sure. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go with black. Oh, this feels dangerous.
What?
We're into the danger zone here. So he's got a black cloak or black cape, duster thing, jacket, and legitimately, I think I'm gonna go with black here, and then dry brush a couple of layers over it, and we'll see where we get. Here's hoping. I suppose I can always just go over it if necessary. And my reasoning for that is his pants would be the same base color, this Rhinox hide, if I didn't choose to do that. Or maybe I use Dryad bark on that. I'm not sure. That's all right. Either way. I do need to
I'm doing a similar decision with the Rat King here.
Mm-hmm.
It's the black for his outer cloak.
Yeah. Well, you also have the advantage of having primed him white. I don't have that.
I did not prime him white. Actually, I very well may have. His base coat that I sprayed down because he has a lot of gray. And the Savant Ninjas have a lot of gray in their base.
Yep.
And I used the airbrush and just did a solid coat of gray on top of. Just as like a shortcut, so I don't have to paint as much gray on.
Sure, that makes sense.
So now I'm just painting the non-gray stuff. I cheat like this a lot, Kirk, with my airbrush. So, yeah, use what you got.
See, I'm poor and don't have one. Also, I looked at one the other day and I was like, now is not the time.
Yeah, understandable.
With holidays coming and whatnot, I was just like, nah, I can't justify it. Also, with the here's our segue into our conversation topic agreed upon prior, which is the Freedom 5 board game. So we both backed it, but there was definitely some conversation that happened prior to my jumping on, and Sorry, RPD, but we are going to talk about this. Hey, Seamus, how you doing, man? It's late for you too, dog. That's right. We did talk about it on Battle Network Day. So I'm in at this point. I upped my pledge. I feel that there's enough value in the box at the time. Incidentally, Kirk. I hit random on my playlist today, and this is indeed Battle Network music. Because, of course it is. Okay, cool. So I was hemming and hawing for quite a while over whether or not we would see enough value in the box. They restructured a lot, which gave me pause. I was like, do I really have faith in this, considering just how much they're restructuring? Turns out, yes, I do.
Restructure?
What's that?
Like, what did they all restructure?
A lot of the stretch goals and stuff.
Okay. Like, I've been watching, but I haven't really been paying enough attention to, like, notice, like, any slight changes they've done.
Yeah, Jacqueline, or producer Westy and I, for those who watch our shows, we had a very long side conversation over how do we feel about the minis, and and how, you know, do we feel that there's enough value in the box? Because, like, I got bored the other day and did the math out, like, what is each mini worth and how many minis need to be in the box to make it worthwhile for me. Because realistically, I can just get that from the store on my store credit for effectively nothing. So in my case, there needs to be not only the $40 to make it like standard, like public worthwhile, but also, you know, an additional $50 worth to make it worth my while. And, you know, factoring in, you know, some level of exclusivity, because I can't get those minis from the store. So turns out, you know, I'm happy with it. And it does seem to have picked up some steam, which is good. We also talked about the art, which they are big minis. They are roughly the same scale as these Brutality minis, which that was part of it for me. Is like when I realized that they were the same scale as this, which are incredibly fun to paint. That sort of turned the key for me a little bit. Now, Broody, you backed with painted minis.
Yes.
Explain.
I've already got too much to paint.
Yeah.
I did get the unpainted minis for Tactics and painted those.
Yeah.
I just don't like. It'd be fun to paint more, but I don't. Like, I just don't want to add too much on my docket already.
That's very fair, and I considered that also. And my reasoning. So I went exactly the opposite direction with Tactics. I got the painted minis because at the time I was like, there is no way I'm getting through these Chaos Dwarfs in my lifetime, let alone all these Sentinel Comics minis. But now I have gotten through the Chaos Dwarfs, and I'm painting other stuff. Oops. So
can I say my dirty little secret about Tactics?
Go for it.
So I got the unpainted minis.
Yep.
But it was really early in my painting. Like, I'd only done a handful of things beforehand.
Sure.
So they're only moderate quality.
Ah.
But when they obviously weren't selling well, I ended up buying the painted minis from Great Indian Games website.
Yeah.
It's significantly cheaper because they were trying to get rid of them. And
yeah.
Sets.
I also have an unpainted set in a similar vein. Now, so I should be clear. Sentinel Tactics is my all-time favorite game.
Yeah. I enjoyed it also, but yeah, it did not sell well.
No, it did not, and with good reason. Like, I get it. but no, I adore that game. And our store really likes it too, so that helps. You know, we do get it to the table from time to time. Jared, who appears on our Arkham show, that was his introduction to Sentinel Comics, and he really digs it. Our friend Logan loves running Baron Blade. Like, he loves being the heel. So there's that. Seamus, how did Spirit Island Saturday go? So I'm actually curious how actually big these big minis are given the average. So the ones that I'm doing right now, which are Heroic Plus scale, I'll give you, what's a good reference point? Actually, I got a standard elf. So this is a standard D&D elf right here. And this is a Heroic Plus scale mini. Does that answer your question, Kirk? Yeah, they are enormous. Yeah. Those elves have been kicking around on my table for quite a long time. I just don't have a place to put them. Foreshadowing a few... What? Finishing the elves? Because they're done. Other than basing. Oh, that's later today, RPD, if I get there. This guy is proving to be significantly more difficult than I thought he would be, so. I knew they were big, 2.5 inches ish by the back of my napkin, but I hadn't quite grasped how huge that actually made them. Yeah. Vital Strength of the Earth, Sleepy Danger Noodle, and Fire Puppy versus England 4. Woof! That's solid, dude. And you won, I take it. I was telling Dolphin on our show the other day, England ran away. Nice. I was telling Dolphin the other day, that I know how to play. Oh, hey, Taffy. That I know how to play Spirit Island, like, on a conceptual level, but I don't know how to play it, like, well at all. So one of these days I'm going to pop on the show and have you guys teach me, because the lots of nicknames Taffy Man on Arkham. Taffy is the terrified Taffy Man. Yes, many adjectives. You will occasionally, the more you watch Kirk, the more you will hear Taffy. Taffy is a regular on our show. We love him very much. He is incredibly funny. If you go back and watch, was it the first or second Arkham Buffy episode? I don't remember. One of the Buffy episodes he joined. It was the first, because he was playing the Master, and Taffy was Captain Comic Relief. It was pretty rad. Broody, you remember that one?
Yes, I do.
That was a good game.
Yep, and we got pummeled.
Oh, we got thrashed. Oh, the irresponsible Taffy Man. I don't remember. That's true. He's never been the Tentacular Taffy Man. I guess because he hasn't played Fate of the Elder Gods with us yet. Or maybe he did? I don't remember. It was the first episode. That's what I thought. Okay. I need a base coat for the ropes. Ooh, okay. I'm going to try a thing. I'm going to try Death Guard Green on the ropes. I don't know if this is going to work at all, but I'm going to make it work. I'm going to do Death Guard Green into Seraphim Sepia. Because, like, this guy's like a seafarer. So I feel like, kelp and algae and things would grow on the ropes,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm loving this already. Too bad I don't have any Nurgle Rot. I don't know, that's what they're calling it. Sepia is a brownish wash. I'll show you in a second. I'm gonna use a bunch of it in a minute.
It's like, a really light, like yellowish brown.
Yep. It's used often to accent gold colors. Kirk. So I think that's probably what they're getting at there.
Yeah, I used it with 3PO last week.
Right. Yeah, we do at some point. It's gonna have to wait a little bit, Taffy. Or sorry, Seamus. Although I did some practice this week, that's kind of nice. I have some ideas, but I also just got the FP stuff that I am working on. I now have to do all the art for that myself because my artist dropped out. So I may have to restructure some stuff. But yeah, we do have to talk about that at some point. Because I loved your idea of when we get custom deck support, doing a Agents of Stream deck. Hey Ken, how you doing, man? Oh wow, I'm way off camera. Agents of Stream is the crossover between all the Handelabra streamers. So I am Agent Mishap, Jeremy is Agent Damage, Dolphin is, well, Agent Dolphin, or Agent Unimaginative. Broody, I just heard a crackling. You can still hear me, yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, cool. And it's just a fictitious organization that we talk about that catalogs and chronicles Sentinel Comics. I am painting a character from the board game Brutality, and Broody is painting TMNT. And actually, speaking of TMNT, I'm very excited. My Casey Jones mask just shipped this morning.
Nice.
Yep. I was a little worried that it wasn't going to get here in time, but can you give me a rough estimate, even so I have a goal to save towards? Yeah, I mean, doing a whole deck is going to take so freaking long, but like, I had an idea so that I don't actually have to draw anything. I can do some Photoshop trickery to make it look funny and like almost comical. And then I can draw over the top of it. So, like realistically, I may not even charge you at all. Like, hey, there's my mayonnaise. I can make it someone else's. No. I'm not going to outsource it to Adam. Adam has already drawn me. And he's already got too much Sentinel Comics art to do. So are you guys a villain deck or a hero deck? We're a hero deck.
Yes.
We are a team hero deck. Which is I think. It kind of like the Sentinels. Yes, thank you. If I'm remembering correctly. It's been a long time since Seamus and I talked about this. But it's something we've been working on and off for a while. But yeah, I'll do some preliminary stuff, Seamus, and we'll talk about it, and then I'll help you figure out things, because like I want to see this as much as you do. So it depends on how much work I have to put into it. But until I can get over this hump of bad stuff that I'm dealing with, or that my family is dealing with, I'm just not really able to think about it. Right, exactly. Yeah. That's, yeah. Oh my god, why is that way up there? I may have to reset this camera. Oh, thank you, RPD! Or thank you, an anonymous gifter, for gifting the sub. You guys get to see my Mega Man Zero animation. Wow, all the subs. Holy moly. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I'm still wondering if I can work up the courage to ask Adam about game publishing to see how many people I have to bribe to make Choreographist rise from its grave. I don't know, dog. I know some information, but boy, Broody, this is the biggest movement in chat we've had in a while.
Yeah.
Are you watching it or no?
I'm watching. Yeah, I'm glancing over and trying to take a peek at it when I can.
Sure. I've got it like so. It's literally right behind where I'm working. So.
Yeah, it's like I have to like turn around because it's behind me.
Right. I'm loving how this green is working with the ropes. I'm really, really happy with it.
That's great.
Yeah, always good when a gamble pays off.
Always.
I actually think that, other than the little toggles and stuff on his jacket, I think that might be it for base coating this guy, which makes me really happy. I still am not thrilled with how the white came out on this beard, but I think the inks will take care of that. I am going to reset the camera just a little bit too. You're likely to be very drunk for stream tomorrow? That'll be interesting. I think you said there was a con or something going on this weekend? Oh dear. What the? Can't even tell what that is. Alright, so yeah, ooh, dear God. I just whacked the mic. Okay, I need the thing. Where is this thing? Gold. Okay, well that's easy. We'll just reach behind the curtain and grab this. Oh. Retributor armor. That'll work. It'll work. Irish National Games Con Gale on, and tomorrow is the charity auction. Oh, nice. Do you know what charity they're benefiting? I'm not that important, but when I get done, I plan on showing every citizen and hope people like it. Oh, that's fair. Okay, gotcha. Just paint over your mic, that way you can fulfill all these requests and don't have to more colorful language. Sorry. Oh, okay. Yeah. I see. Oh yeah, okay, I like this. I was a little worried Retributor armor might be a little too bright for these accents on his jacket, but they are not. It is not. It is not. I'd love to see what you've done. Each iteration would have a significant different feel. The Fred Wolf is a place to start. I feel like I'm missing or forgetting something. Oh, the TMNT stuff.
Sorry, what?
TMNT Centrals of the Multiverse. Okay. All right. No, not your stuff, Broody. Again, minis with not designed with painting in mind. Cannot get brush into strange corners.
I got this hard spot where the Savant ninjas have their swords in front of them.
Yeah.
And trying to get up underneath it is really difficult.
Yeah, this side is going to be an absolute nightmare. Nope. Oh god. Rolling the dice. Cannot see what I'm doing. Oh wow, no, I'm just making a mess.
So, Kurt, I'm not sure if I had mentioned this before or if you'd seen a stream of us doing this. But what I'm currently doing is what I call and what a lot of people call assembly line painting. So I've got like 10 of these Savate ninjas that are all like the same poses. So I'm just filling out a color and then doing that color for whatever I need. Like, so right now I'm working on the white, so I'm doing their scarves and headbands and belts. And so I'm just going through each of the minis one at a time doing that, and then I'll just move on to the next color.
Which is largely what I did on these Fireflies. At least initially. They all started out with the gray base coat and a little bit of silver and some brown and stuff. Just give me a signal when you have an opening for my description of why I kind of press X to doubt DBD being a solid fit for you. Yeah, go for it, RPD. What is that jackhammer noise?
Oh, is that your like paint in the pot or in the water?
Oh yes, yeah, that's that's me rinsing my breath. Me rinsing my breath. Yeah, washing off the brush. Sorry about that, Ken. My microphone is like literally a foot and a half away from it, so. DBD is a game where you gotta mentally keep track of both a lot of things and a lot of the rules regarding tiny details and be sharp-eyed looking for more tiny details that have a huge significance. That's... So... When you see me streaming RPD, that's something I do poorly at. But if I'm not streaming or if I'm on somebody else's stream, I'm actually not that bad at that. If you recall some of the Destiny stuff that especially when there was new content, when I would stream with Paul, I had an easier time identifying some of that stuff. Again, I'm not perfect at it, obviously. But when I'm less the one trying to... manage everything, it's a little easier for me. Yeah. The Garden of Salvation was a nightmare, but that's not because, like... I'm not going to point any fingers. But let me just say, let me put it this way, I did not necessarily get along with all the other players in the party. I think they wanted to move a little too quickly, and I would prefer to poke around and look at things and, examine my surroundings and properly appreciate them. It's not particularly helpful when members of the party know things inside and out and know exactly how to race through it. And I don't, and I'm, experiencing it for the first time. And they don't give me the opportunity to do that. It did force me to become disillusioned with Destiny, and rather frustrated with it. They weren't bad players. They didn't understand where I was at with it. They're not bad people. I still talk to several of them. I wouldn't say regularly, but with some regularity, I'll put it that way. Again, I don't like the phrase "bad players," Ken. I would say inconsiderate or under-informed players. I like to be more specific in my wording. You know how it is. I keep finding areas that I miss, Broody.
I hate that.
It's the worst. Fortunately, it's just Lead Belcher, and that's easy. Yeah, for raiding, unless it's a brand new taking a museums tour, is generally not an option unless you've been blessed with the arrival of someone whose name is Biff. And unfortunately, especially in Destiny, the everything is so beautiful that I want to stop and smell the roses, but yeah, you're right. There's a certain time and place for that. Which is why I liked, strikes and nightfalls and stuff. That was my jam. Doing those with Paul and Mark was amazing, and what a great experience. But the citizens are the booth helpers for GTG. Ian. Ken Hean is a local friend. Local acquaintance? That's a better word. Semi-local. Oh, shoot. Ah, dang it. I keep finding places I missed. Driving me crazy.
Get better at that.
I know. That's another thing, and yeah, yes, I can do that. That's totally something I can do. I'm actually going to swap brushes. Do something a little bigger. I imagine you're also not a good fit for the idea. The story of a lore is mostly given in a jigsaw puzzle made of the item descriptions of the loot. Ugh. Yeah, that's not my favorite thing. Yeah, but so I mean, I stream, like when I'm streaming RPD, I'm all about lore and story and stuff. Not necessarily when I'm playing myself. In the case of Destiny, I was playing because my friends were playing. I was playing because Paul invited me, and like every once in a while, Adam and I would do a late night Iron Banner or something like that. Neck deep in all things GTG, but only in the physical. I hit PAX East regularly, and I've acquainted myself with people there. Yeah. That's how it starts, Ian. Although, like, full disclosure, I've known Paul Bender since just after Rook City dropped. You have an idea of why you're there from the circumstances, but the stuff like why is this sole divisive thing and why is it different from the regular Vex is a question where there isn't really an answer. Yes, correct. Which, like, respect, that's very cool, but at that point, it's not something I really care about. I love that Destiny is that deep and whatnot. Like, I truly, truly adore that. Destiny is, like, incredibly intensive in terms of lore, and they do a great job, with it. but in that particular game, in that particular sense, I just don't care about it. Yeah, that's a good description of you, Ken, for sure. Boy, Sam from the Spikes department really had his way with this mini. Oh, he's got a knee pad too? Good gosh. All the spikes, Mike. All the spikes.
All of the spikes. How 90s is it?
I guess you could call it pretty nice. It's like 90s pirate. Not enough pouches to truly be extreme, though. Spikes are a nuisance because like you get one side and you're like, oh cool, I'm done, and then you turn it over and you're like, oh no, I'm not. So I'm literally like going around it in circles. I'm moving my brush in like tiny circles. Okay, we do it? All right. Very cool, very cool. Here's your jackhammer, Ken. All right, inking time. A good friend of mine and the Citizen being the Sentinels in Multiverse Big Box to every game day. If you're in Connecticut, I can point you to a regular game. Boy, we have people from all over the place here. We got Ireland, Denmark, Connecticut, California, Indianapolis area, I think is where Ken's from. Brody's from North Carolina. I'm from New Hampshire. Good Lord. We're just all over the place tonight. If you have the digital... Yeah. Oh, it is Illinois. Okay. I was like, oh! Okay. Yep, inking. All right, cool. Good. Again, like, not heresy, just not something I can do anything with because of what I do with Handelabra. And it's specifically, well, not even just Handelabra. It's just the stuff I do with Greater Than Games. I can't really delve into the Cauldron. I much like Christopher and Adam, just I acknowledge that it exists and just kind of move on. Cauldron is a fan-made expansion that is like semi-licensed, kind of. It is acknowledged by Greater Than Games. I can confirm that at least. Rudy, I love Carisburg Crimson.
Mm.
What a cool ink that is. Yep, that's probably what it is, Ken. Almost invariably. Okay, I need to know what the color is for the green. Hopefully it's still around. Oh god. It is, okay, good. Colia green shade, okay. I guess I should have expected that. In the words of Jason Bateman, don't know what I was expecting. So, as with, I mean, same answer from me with the differences between Sentinels of Earth Prime and stuff. I did initially back Earth Prime, and then after a conversation with Rabbit, I was like, what am I doing? This is probably wrong, and I probably shouldn't do this. Hashtag not my Sentinels. Did I not mention Denmark and Canada? Sorry.
Canada.
I forgot you were here, to be honest, Taff. Sorry. Sorry. Let my Canadian heritage show a little bit. I did mention Denmark, okay. Cool. Glad I'm not just completely nuts. And then super green, okay. Earthshade on its flesh. The Canadian and Canadian. I can't word tonight, RPD. Canadianity. There we go. Yeah, I think that's right. Could be wrong. I have been known to make mistakes from time to time. Oh my god. I love what Agrex Earthshade is doing to this model. I said I was going to do the ropes and Seraphim Sepia, but I think I'm just going to use Earthshade. I'm too fond of it.
I think the dark brown will work better if you're trying to go for more an algae look.
Yeah. I wasn't sure initially, but like I'm really happy with it, so. Let's go! I do have to remember that I'm going to hit this with the Null and Oil bath at the end. So, like, I have to work a little bit lighter than I want to, but...
So you're doing, like, one wash and then doing a second wash over it?
Yeah, that's how I've been doing these. It's been working okay so far. Basically, once it's all done, I hit it with just a dousing of Null and Oil to get the dark lines, the way the artwork shows.
Uh-huh.
And it works really, really well, so I seem to continue it. It also gives them a sense of uniformity, where these minis don't necessarily have that otherwise.
Yeah.
Wow, RPD. It's the difference in time slot, Kirk. Yeah, it was kind of just you and RPD on the other day. And, that's fine. Either way is perfectly fine with me. Like, I tell, Broody and the Arkham crew especially, like, a quiet stream, hanging out with good people that I enjoyed spending time with, is better than a noisy stream all by myself any day. So, yeah. But when there's a bunch of people and all kinds of stuff going on, it's like super great. And we feel loved. But I should mention while we're here that we do stream on this channel pretty regularly. It's at least... I love this music. It's at least twice a week on this channel. Thursdays, some Friday, every other Friday, and every Thursday, every other Friday, and every Saturday. That's how we do here. Come join us for all kinds of good shenaniganery. It is Mega Man Battle Network. Or are you just asking what MMBN is? Because I remember Kirk mentioned it a little bit above. It's this game that we just finished on stream on Thursday, and it was awesome. We had an absolute ball of a time. I did get frustrated once, and that was hilarious. But we're good now. Everything is fine. And the life virus is dealt with. Yeah. Oh, hi, Magic Man. All right, I'm going to slap down some Astro Granite on his base before we put him aside and let him dry a little. Yes, Zach Sucks at Games. Oh, you were there for that. Yeah, Battle Network I'm pretty okay at. It's not a conventional Mega Man game. Broody is much better at Mega Man than I am, like classic Mega Man than I am.
Am I though? Can you really be really good at those? Yes.
Well, have you beaten Mega Man 11? I guess that's... Have you beaten the first level of Mega Man 11?
I have not.
Oh my god, that game is brutally hard.
I haven't played 9, 10, or 11.
Fair. Paul and I got Mega Man 11 on launch day, and both of us were like, what? This game is so hard.
Yeah, I think I have all 3 of those on my Xbox.
Yeah.
But I have not I've not played them.
No, it is just...
So considering still just Mega Man, I could rectify it, but...
Yeah. I've beaten, let's see. When are we going to do network transmission together? That's... Are you referring to me and Broody or me and Paul? Because either one of those things are things that could happen. because of the miracle of Parsec, I mean GameCubes that we can definitely capture. I have beaten 7 for sure. I've beaten all 4 Zero games recently. Those are my favorites. I've beaten X, 1, 2, and 3 at some point along. It's been a while. I've beaten Battle Networks 1 through 3 for sure, and I think 4 as well. I've definitely played 5 and 6. Classic Mega Man's beaten the first game and honestly haven't tried the others. I've watched a lot of people Battle Network 1, 2, 5, and 6. Yeah. So give me 2 seconds here, and I'll do up my humble brag for the night. Yes, please go play Zero. Don't play ZX. ZX is garbage. I got almost to I got to the end of it and gave up. I was like, this game is stupid. I don't like it. I love that you can play as Fefner, Harpuya, and Leviathan. Like, I love that, but it just doesn't justify or like offset the just badness of the general badness of the game. General badness.
Yeah, Mega Man games for me, I've beaten 1, 2, 3, and 4 from the original.
Yep. I've definitely beaten Mega Man 2.
Yeah.
Like, that's my favorite, but...
1 through 6. I haven't played, like, I don't think I've played any of the ones with Axel in it yet. Like,
sure.
I just know a character from the Mega Man X Command Mission, the RPG.
Yep.
Which I have played and beaten that. I've played and beaten the 4 Zero, like Mega Man Zero games.
Yep.
I haven't played any of Battle Network. I did not play Legends on 64.
Sure. So, yeah, I can turn mic up. Hold on. Things are going to wonky for a second. Or maybe they're not? No, they're not. Okay, let me just do this. That should fix it. Yeah, so what I did here is I used a texture paint called Astrogranite. I also sometimes use Sterling Battlemire, which just gives the cobblestones a little bit of texture. I will eventually go back with a sort of a brownish gray called Storm Vermin Fur and go in between the lines. And then I will hit it with a bunch of Nuln Oil. And then a dry brush Terminatus Stone. And it makes it look like cobblestones. So yeah, as I said, I will do my humble brag here. If I can reach it. Oh god, ow. Ugh.
Don't die.
I'm good. So my the miracle that is my wife procures games for me from time to time, and she got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 for me. So I actually have the original cartridges. She also got me Adventure of Link because my wife loves me. And then
if she gives you Adventure of Link, does she love you?
That was just something she found at a yard sale. It was free.
I'm just teasing.
Yeah. She did get me Mega Man 7 also, but it is a repro. She didn't know that repros were a thing. But that's fine. It still works lovely and it's great. I picked up Mega Man X for myself, but yeah, my wife is amazing and gets me awesome games. She got me. I told you. I've told chat a number of times. She got me Battle Network 1 and 2 for my birthday this year in their original packaging. I shudder to think how much she spent on those.
Yeah, I think I've got Mega Man 2 on NES cartridge, and I think that's the only like original cartridge that I still have of any of them.
Oh, dog breath! I messed up the spikes again. Oh, back to inking. Hey, Adam. How you doing, buddy?
Howdy.
You gonna join us? We're ready. We're ready for you. We're all set. Come on in. You know you want to.
Do it now.
Do it. Alright, I guess I can fix that with a dry brush. That's fine. Come on. Peer pressure. Get that painting done. Paint more tonight. Paint more. It's so much fun when you join us. Best paint stream ever. And chat wants it. The chat wants you to hang out with us. Alright. I think... Oh, do I let this dry or do I go right to... I guess I gotta let it dry for a minute. Alright, we're gonna swap out for... Whoops. We're gonna knock things over first. We're gonna swap out for that. And we'll see if I can clip this into the paint handle. The chat wants it, Adam. You gotta jump in, buddy. That's alright. YOLO, man. Oh, I gotta zoom out. There we go. This guy's a little bigger. And I gotta switch tabs to my...
I'm working on TMNT also.
Yeah! Oh, that's it! Oh, you haven't seen anything yet, Kirk. I got one that's a third bigger than this that I gotta do. Oh, dear. And he's gonna start jumping. Oh, yes! We need to see Doc Ock! Do it, do it, do it. Alright, I'm gonna start... So this guy's mostly... Oh, ooh! Oh, I got a really good idea for this guy. I'm gonna do the same technique that I did on the Fireflies.
Okay.
So there's two different parts of his armor. And I'm gonna do one in dark gray and the other lead belcher. Yes! Adam's joining us! Woo!
Hey.
Okay, so I gotta do...
You have to add him into the
I'll
call.
add him into the group, yep. I gotta do that from my phone, and then I will switch scenes as soon as he joins us. Adam, join the call whenever you're ready. There he is.
Hello.
Oh, that just somehow is showing my screen and not Adam's. Oh god. Why is this not working? How do you reorganize them? Oh god. Or maybe it's waiting for his video. It'll get there in a second, folks, I promise. I hope. Oh god, I hope.
Hello? Hello?
Hey!
Can you hear me?
Yes!
I can hear.
Maybe he can't hear us.
I can't hear Zach.
Okay, hold on. Let's try now. Or, hold on. Let's try now. Can you hear me now?
I see your things. It might be... Hold on. That might be a problem with me.
Okay.
Did you mute Zach?
What?
Did Adam mute you?
He may have. I don't know. I know my headset sometimes has problems, but hopefully that's not what this is. I have faith. Not to be confused with the character from Buffy.
Say some stuff.
What's that? Can you hear us now?
Hello.
We are talking.
I'm seeing my voice.
Yeah, we can hear you.
For some reason, my audio isn't showing, or it's not. It'll put it out from my speakers, but it won't put it out from my headphones.
Oh, change the. Okay, change the input on Discord. I hope you can hear us. Thank you, Broody.
Wait, should it be the input or the output?
Or yeah, the output, yeah. I heard a whumph.
I hope y'all checking the chat.
Yeah. I'm not seeing any DMs or anything, so. There's more area to cover, Kirk. And that's the big difference. Other than that, it's pretty much like the technique is the same.
I'm gonna leave real quick and try to update.
Okay.
I think we'll be back.
Yep.
The suspense.
Yeah, we're gonna make this happen. This is gonna happen. It's been a while since Adam's been able to join us, so we're pretty excited. When I first started the show out, it was just me, and then Adam was like, "Hey, we should do a painting party," and I was like, "Hell yeah, let's do that thing." And so he and Broody joined me, and Broody and I have hung out ever since. But since Adam's been head down in the art mines, it's been difficult to get a hold of him. Also with the new baby, but we will get him.
I'm glad I noticed this now.
What'd you miss?
I've been forgetting to do their gloves.
Oh no! That's a pretty significant chunk.
Yeah. And I had 2 left before I was like, I'm done with this color now. So like I've still been working and I've still got a bunch of paint out.
Yeah.
But I need to go through and like hit all of their gloves real quick.
All right, let me quickly catch up on chat here. What do you do with large swaths of canvas available on things like vehicles? Ian, that's a question that I will, if you remind me, I will grab my Land Raider from downstairs. I do have some Space Marine stuff that I've done work on with that. I can show you what we do to break up that giant chunk. It's a weathering technique that's actually pretty cool. Hey, Adam.
Hello again?
Can you hear us now? Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. We see Adam. We see him. Yeah. It's a freehanding technique. I should move this pot of paint to the other side, where it's a little more convenient. I am right-handed, primarily right-handed. I am, by technicality, ambidextrous, but
I'm quasi ambidextrous.
Yeah.
I should be left-handed, but I am right-handed.
Right.
I am left-eyed.
I am left-footed for sure. I skate lefty, which is actually pretty common. I drive and cycle left-handed. That's a hockey thing, Ken. It has to do with which arm or which hand I use to shoot the puck. It's actually a handedness. It's not a footedness. We just call it left-footed.
Yeah, I'm left-eye dominant.
Yep.
Which tends to fall like 95% of the time. Like if you're left-eye, you're left-handed, and right-eye, right-handed.
Mhm.
Like I'm the 5% that's not. So
Oh,
like,
okay.
I shoot left-handed.
Yep.
But I do everything else right-handed.
Right. Adam, can you hear us now? We can hear you doing something.
Yes, I don't. I'm
You
not
don't
getting
hear-
any
you're
sound from it. Oh, there you are.
Hey, all right, we got Adam.
Oh my god. It
Welcome
works.
back,
It
buddy.
works. Oh, jeez. Okay. That was a nightmare.
Let's see this
Okay.
beautiful bowl cut.
What's that, Broody?
I was asking to see the beautiful bowl cut for Dr. Octopus.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so here he is.
It's not Dr. Octopus without a bowl cut.
right.
I don't know if you can see him too well. This is
Yeah, we can see him all right.
right.
Whoa,
It's a little bit better.
very sepia. Your hand is orange, dude.
Yeah, I just changed the light color on that.
I gotcha. Oh, do you have like a ring light or something?
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe that's the best one.
I think so. That's probably the most accurate color you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
definitely. That's super rad.
So maybe a little bit bright, but
I think once you get some paint down on it, it'll look pretty good.
okay. Let's see.
I do skateboard left-footed also, Kian. I also stop left-footed in hockey. We were talking about hand dominance, Adam.
Oh,
I don't know exactly how we got down this rabbit hole, but here we are.
I'm almost all right. I bat left-handed.
Oh, there you go.
I don't throw left-handed.
Yeah.
But
I was that weird oddball kid who I was a switch hitter, significantly more powerful with my right hand, but I could drop the ball where I needed to, lefty. I was also a knuckleball pitcher, and I could only go for like 2 innings. So I was this weird relief pitcher that invariably I would get put into the game for the express purpose of stealing a base because I was quick. And finally my coach was just like, go run track. Like,
Yeah.
and he was right.
When I played baseball, I was terrible. So they threw me out in right field. Not to steal a Brian Regan joke, but yes. Like I wasn't great, but I was good at outfield. Because my brain's very math oriented.
Yep.
And
Take care,
I don't
Ken.
know. I actively do the trig that if there was a pop fly, I knew exactly where to run to catch it, like pretty
nice.
quickly off the bat.
Yeah.
So I didn't like have to track and follow the ball or anything. It's just like I'd know where to go.
See, I was
Right.
really good at everything except for hitting. I was terrible. I mean, I was actually really good at hitting when it was adults pitching.
Yeah.
But my first time at bat in kid pitch, I got hit.
Oof.
And so like I couldn't stay in the batter's box after that.
Yeah, I mean that is a traumatizing experience for sure.
And well, also like the kid right before me got hit in the balls.
Ooh, that's no fun.
Yeah, and then I was like, what? And then I got hit in the side, and so then
At least get involved.
When I played soccer, like I love soccer. I love watching soccer. I love thinking about soccer and doing the math and stuff behind it. But I can't play it, or I can barely play it anymore, because for a similar reason, I got kicked in the head twice in a game in kindergarten.
okay, so I have a really kind of embarrassing story
Go on.
about soccer. So, my dad told me, when I was playing soccer, I played soccer probably when I was 6, maybe 5, right?
Right.
And I never liked soccer. But I was playing, and there was one game that I fell down, and I was just like, I'm just gonna let them go play.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, "Hey, don't just you fall down. Don't just lay there, or you'll get kicked."
Yeah.
Right. So, I was like, "Oh, okay." Next game comes around. I see like one of my teammates and one of the other team's people just like collide and go down, right?
Yeah.
And they're just lying there on the ground. And so I run up and kicked them.
Oh,
I was like, you shouldn't lie on the ground.
that's awesome. I love it.
So, yeah, that's
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic.
I
No,
need I need to paint this base first here, so I need to.
Yeah. So mine is this one kid who ended up being like the star of the soccer team. Kicked me in the head twice in a game. He claimed, this is in kindergarten, he claimed that he thought my head was the ball.
I don't
No.
believe.
No. So I mean, he and I have reconciled, obviously. We went to high school together. We did a lot of projects together. Our parents are always really good friends. But there's always that between us. Excuse me. Sounds pretty suspect, yeah. I'm not sure how far I believed him, but... Alright, so that was a very messy first layer. Time to go patch that up. I love those bases that you're doing, Adam.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I really like these are just what comes with Crisis Protocol.
Yeah.
But I really liked I've always liked, you can see with turtles, like I just put a band of like whatever prominent color around there.
Mm-hmm.
I like doing that, but these work really well with the Crisis Protocol ones because you have a really clear band. So like with Ultron, you could do that. But like they're really nicely sculpted too.
Yeah. Did I give you... I didn't send you Astro Granite, did I?
You did, yeah. I didn't put Astrogranite on that one. I put Dirt.
Yeah, oh yeah, the Sterling Battlemire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that one too. I don't know if you heard, but this year my students and I are doing budget TMNT costumes for Halloween.
Oh, yeah, nice.
So I've got... We were given... You could spend no more than $40 on your costume.
Okay.
So everything else had to be borrowed. Or, like, just found,
with that.
So they did.
Like, to take a trip to Goodwill.
Yeah, exactly. They
Yep.
did the Goodwill thing and the parents' closet raid. They outdid me because I ordered the Casey Jones mask and then just found everything else.
Yeah.
They actually did 4 turtles on $40. There's $10 per turtle, and they look great.
All 4 of them.
Yeah, all just stuff they found around an attic. And then, like, I think they bought the belts.
That is impressive.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. I'll post pictures to Discord.
Sweet.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I think that's. What color are grates?
Are greats?
So yeah, well, you can do the bronze like you did, and then just hit it with a bunch of Nuln oil.
Yeah, that's probably the best. Just keep it the bronze. I thought about trying to like get really ambitious with this and like I put like sewer sludge, like hot glue.
Oh no. Okay, so actually, okay, you ready for this?
Yeah.
I sent you blood for the blood god, right?
Yeah.
There's a green one. It's called Nurgle and it's the same thing, just with that green sludgy effect.
Mm-hmm.
I will happily send you some of that if you decide you want it.
That's good for now, at least.
Yeah.
Side note, Adam, I have seen people with a bunch of Crisis Protocol stuff where they have like the trash and stuff that take it and have ended up putting it on their TMNT stuff because like to them like they said that the Marvel with a bunch of trash and detritus everywhere didn't look great, but like the turtles being in the sewers and stuff, it looks awesome.
Yeah. This came with trash.
I guess maybe
Well, it comes.
with some of like the scenery pieces and stuff.
Oh.
I have no idea. Like I haven't played or purchased any Crisis Protocol, so all I'm going on is what they've said. So
Yeah, they're pretty nice. The reason I'm painting the ones that I am right now is because I want to get the ones out of the way that have pieces that need gluing.
Sure. I did order what is it, Daredevil and
Bullseye? Yeah.
Bullseye, yep. I ordered that one, and then if they do a Power Man Iron Fist one, then I'll order that as well. But
I'm sure they will.
I'm the one
Yeah,
that's
they'll want.
getting the X-Men.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely getting the X-Men. I'm gonna get like all of them now, except for the Black Order because I could not
I
give
hate the
two
Black
shits
Order,
about the
yeah.
Black Order. I actually really dislike them.
language, Adam, don't forget.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. I spoke over you, so I don't think it'll matter. But
Yeah, I highly dislike the Black Order.
yeah.
I feel like they weaken Thanos
Oh, absolutely. There you go.
character, and
They exist to give Thanos spooky minions. Yeah, that's about it.
yeah, that's it. And he doesn't need minions.
No,
to be
he
scary.
doesn't need that at all.
Right. So yeah, I'm not a fan of them. So there, I will not be picking those up.
Yeah.
But everyone else.
Yeah, I think we talked on your Discord that like I've got like the Night Models X-Men stuff when they still have the Marvel license.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, do I really want to rebuy like all of them and repaint them? I think the only one I don't have that, I mean, I guess I don't have Storm and Beast did not get released by Night Models, so those at least would be new figures for me. But
The Magneto looks so cool
Oh my god, right?
with the floating bits.
Yeah. He looks super dope. I love that model. I think if I was likely to play the game, I would order more And obviously,
Well, I'm
like
getting them mostly to mod them for,
AUGS.
yeah, for AGS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing.
But I also
Go ahead.
really like to paint them. So
Yeah, and I think like if I had less on my plate, I would consider it more. But like, you know, Broody and I were talking last week after the show. Like, we both got Gotham City Chronicles like coming up real soon, and we're both putting it off.
I have that too. Yeah.
Like Russ commissioned me to do the ship that I did.
Not just Gotham City Chronicles, but AEGS.
Yeah.
Right.
The Batman from that. I got that too.
Yeah. So
And, Avatar's coming for that soon too.
yeah.
I might actually sit Avatar out, just because like it might just be too much.
I mean, you got to draw the line somewhere, right?
Yeah. Like, I never watched Avatar, so like I don't have a personal like stake in that race, but
Well, I really like. I backed Darkest Dungeon. Also.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
But you're a huge fan of Darkest Dungeon too. Actually,
Yeah.
this same technique that I'm using for Brutality will work really well for Darkest Dungeon if you're trying to go game
Well,
accurate.
I'm probably gonna do it pretty much the same way that I did Hellboy, which is like those solid. I don't know boy, that looks bad. That looks really.
Oh, whatever you.
Is that yes?
Whatever you did like 2 settings ago was super good.
I don't know. Everything started just looking really bad. I think it like auto adjusted or something like that.
Oh, could be. Yeah, Broody and I both bought, because we're doing this every week, we bought document cameras,
That's
which
smart.
was a very smart investment, yeah.
What'd you pay for those?
I paid $200, but the school reimbursed me for it because of remote learning.
Like $150.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Voice and video settings. I don't know how to get to my video settings without going into Streamlabs.
What kind of? Do you have a Logitech camera?
Yeah.
I just type. So, it's. Hold on. Let me get the paint off this brush and I'll look it up. It's like Logitech Capture or something like that. It's an auxiliary app that I installed. It does not play well with Streamlabs, but it does play well with just making things work. Yeah, it's just Logitech Capture. I think I got it from the Windows store.
I don't know why I can't just go to my settings though. Like without.
Oh yeah, that is a little odd.
This is ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, whatever.
One of these days I can parsec in and see if I can figure it out, but...
Okay. Let's see.
Of course, that would involve me, getting a hold of Colin and having him having him teach me parsec, which I've got to do at some point because
it's easy. You just click the button and do it.
Yeah,
it's easy. There is.
So Alex and I finished Gears 5, and now we got to go do Gears Tactics, but we have to do it over parsec because he doesn't have. Well, it's not multiplayer.
Okay. Spend way too much time just looking at these things before I start painting.
You mean the paint suggestions?
No, I mean I just look at the mini and think.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair. That's kind of how I did the Fireflies. I was like, because Russ commissioned the ship, I was like, I don't remember how to pad. The last ship I did was the Freedom Jet, and that was like 2 years ago.
I'm like as excited as I am to get the Freedom 5 minis. Also, I am a little bit disappointed that they're not the same scale as these. They're a little bit bigger.
Right. So like I was saying it earlier in the stream. Like I love painting these large minis, the brutality size, which is Heroic Plus, so they're comparable. Like
I think those are bigger though.
The brutality or the Freedom 5?
Freedom 5 ones.
They might be a little bigger.
And
because
I think that the average for Freedom 5 is like 50 mil.
I think so, yeah. But still, like, I love painting these big ones. It's actually very easy, but it's also very like if you make a mistake, it's so obvious.
Oh yeah.
And
and it's just that I won't be able to make OGS mods for Freedom 5.
Yeah.
that's really it. That's
yeah. Oh God! Imagine. So this is probably getting into realm of stuff that Adam can't talk about, but like imagine if IDW had been like, hey, we want to do Sentinel Comics AUGS. Like the excitement on your face would have been.
I would have been totally down for that. IDW only deals in licenses though. So
yeah, I know.
I'm not gonna lie. I did think about talking to Pete about it with AGS, like the designer. Like I totally was like, you might want to look into this one.
I mean, talk to him about it. I don't care. if he messages us and is like, hey, we want to license this, then like, I'm not gonna fight him on that. But like, that's not something that I ever see us pursuing.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Yes, Ian, that is correct. So it's again that comparison between.
Crisis is not that much larger.
Right.
I think Turtles is like 138 and Crisis is 140. Like you really can't tell the difference.
Right.
Like that's Captain Marvel.
Yep.
Right? And this is Leatherhead, right? And they look like they can fight.
Yeah.
That's.
Which, incidentally, that's a fight I would watch.
Yeah, I've got it right here, Rat King from TMNT and Deadshot.
Mm-hmm.
And the Batman minis game, like, uses 30 mil bases, but, like, the minis are 35.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, his head's a little bit smaller as opposed to, like, the 40 mil for Crisis Protocol, but, yeah, they're very similar.
Yeah, but Sentinels is quite a bit larger.
Yeah.
I don't actually know how much larger until I get them.
Right.
Because, like they said, Bunker's 50 mils.
That's crazy. Like I'm so sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. But like this is, I think that this is about 50 mil. Like.
I mean, I have a ruler around here somewhere. I could tell you, but
I'm looking at the wrong side of this board. It doesn't have millimeters on it.
Right.
So I have to flip this. But
My board doesn't even have millimeters. That's the third stuff.
it's on the other side. I think that's if Bunker's that big. I mean, if Bunker's that size, then like the others should be mostly okay. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Bunker's a big dude.
I gotta say, of the minis that they've revealed so far, I am super stoked to paint Bunker. Like I think I can do so much a better job than the machine painting.
Yeah, I'm really excited to do Absolute Zero.
Yeah.
That's a cool model.
Yeah.
Tachyon's is cool too. She's got like the actual speed trail on there.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something clever for that. I'm gonna do something with contrast paints to make that work.
I thought about like I'm really seriously looking at getting a 3D printer because they're so affordable now.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about getting like some transparent resin and
Oh, nice.
redoing it.
Yeah.
So that thought that might be cool.
This is probably excessive.
The other 2/3 of Another Letdown have a 3D printer that I have access to that does resin, so I might bug them to do that. Oops, bugger.
I'm
We
painting
were.
little
Oh, sorry.
eyes on all these rats.
Oh, really?
I think, yeah, I think that's a bit much, but
Well, I did it on the
Oh,
Plague
okay.
Baron.
What?
Yeah. I just did like the black wash because I gave them the black wash, the Nuln Oil, and that did pretty well for them.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to pick up though, like for some reason the TMNT Augs doesn't come with any like tokens for rats.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
I mean,
that's
so.
not part of his mechanic.
Huh.
So like I want to get. I mean, I think he's solely there to play the Turtles in Time mode and then
Oh.
the rats. But I want to pick up a bunch of the Reaper rats.
Yeah.
Sell packs of those.
Yeah, they do. I was gonna say I might have. I might actually just have some, just generic Skaven rats
Yeah.
that I could send you. I'll look.
I think I have a Reaper pack of them that I got to learn how to paint minis
Yeah.
years ago. But and then lost.
Yeah. Of course.
How does Crisis Terrain fit into Augs? I haven't tried that yet. I want to make 3D terrain for Augs. Like I want to make like the subway train and stuff like that.
I have seen some good ones that people have made and posted on the Facebook page.
Mm-hmm. To answer your earlier question, also, Kirk, Crisis Protocol plays a lot like X-Wing.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Much to its credit, I think. It makes it very accessible.
Yeah. Definitely. So moving back to the Freedom 5 minis for just a second. The one that I am a little trepidatious about at the moment is the Unity mini.
What's that?
So Jacqueline and I were talking about this. The way you've drawn her in the past has always made us feel like she's a little bit of a hot mess.
Okay.
And she doesn't feel that way in the Freedom 5 game. She feels like she's too sexy.
Well, probably doesn't feel that way the way I draw her now, though, either.
Well, true, but like, you know, the early versions of Unity, I guess, are the ones that stuck with us because of that. Like once, again, I don't know how much you're able to talk about,
Not
but
a lot right now.
right.
Like,
Well, I meant just in general.
yeah.
So like, even the updated art for the deluxe pack, whatever it was called, her initial appearance still looked like she was kind of finding her way. Once Termination Unity dropped, like I was like, oh, okay, yeah, she's kind of like she's coming into her own, sort of. So I don't know. That's just how we felt about it.
Yeah. Trying to think of what I can say and what I can't.
Right.
Which isn't, yeah. Try to imagine, if you will, that Unity as a character is boy, how do Jesus, how do I say this?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Try to imagine that she's introduced in the 90s, right? In
Yeah.
1991.
Right.
Which is when she was introduced.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I follow you.
Okay.
Yep. I got it. Okay, cool. Yep. That
Sure,
totally makes sense.
What are you talking about?
Well,
Yeah,
okay, so
I put a lot of thought lately for one reason or another into period accuracy.
right.
And
Yeah, which you and I have talked about for years.
Right.
At this point.
And yeah, and like a lot of what I drew initially is not period accurate.
Right.
Design wise or art wise.
Yeah.
So, and that's something that I've cared about more, especially since just doing the letters page.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I just threw a wash down on Rat King.
Oh,
nice. I like that you did like the full on like white, dead skin.
And
I like
kind
that.
of accidental, but I do kind of like this. Is like I did the Cassandra or Cassandora yellow over his hair because he like has that like bleachy blonde hair. I'll probably do the Hexos Pale Sun on top as the dry brush.
Yep.
But then I null oil over like everything, including like the white skin and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But drag a little bit of the yellow with the null oil over his face. It just makes his face look a little bit more gaunt and kind of just that little bit of bleed I think looks pretty neat.
I agree.
Yeah,
so
I
I'm
like
doing
that you're taking a more comic accurate approach with them.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Because like mine, I very much did the animated paint jobs.
Yeah.
So what I did here, this is for Captain Kirk, who asks the best questions. On both the shield and the sword, more the sword than anything, I did a really, really light layer of Leadbelcher so that some of the black undercoat still shows through and you can get some of the detail there. That'll come through with the Nuln Oil also, but I find that if I do it in both steps, it's particularly dynamic, which I think, Adam, is more or less what you were trying to accomplish with Hellboy.
Wait, what's that?
So, like,
Sorry.
what I did with this... Whoa. I don't know if you're looking at the stream, but what I did with the sword here is I let some of the black show through even before I did the Nuln Oil, or I haven't done the Nuln Oil yet. So the detail shows through at all steps.
Interesting. Okay. So what I did for Hellboy, I just painted big flats, but then like I went in and inked him like I would be inking a drawing.
Right. Yeah.
And manually added black areas and then put the wash over that.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So that's what I did there.
Yeah, I think the net effect there is more or less the same.
Yeah. I'm ultimately pretty happy with it. So.
Yeah, I love it. It looks so good. I said on Discord, it looks like it crawled out of a Magnola art.
I picked up this. This is
Oh, I love that stuff.
Yeah, I got some big ones of gray and black, and they are pretty chalky, pretty big pigment. But they're okay for bases.
Yeah.
This is actually like really solid.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I'm basically swapping this out for most silver stuff that I'm doing so that I don't use up my pricey paints, because this is only like $2.19 for this giant bottle of it.
Right. I was about
I'm gonna
to-
finish, but
I was about to say, I mean, technically, you don't pay for the paints that the Citadel paints, but you do kind of because I make you do art for them.
yeah, and I paid for all the Reaper paints,
Right.
and that's the silver that I used.
Oh, okay.
So, because I don't think you sent me any silvers.
Did I
I have
not?
no, I have bronzes and golds.
Oh, we must have been out of Leadbelcher at the time.
The one that I really need is like a gunmetal,
Oh, yeah,
Um,
that's Leadbelcher. Okay, I'll hook you up.
and that was see, I thinned out way too much there. Actually, yeah, that's way too much. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna try again. Cause that's the nice thing about this is there's so much. I made for Helpway today. I made gunmetal with just mixing black and silver.
I love that RPD. That's sick. But I do love that. That's really cool. And you were. So I assume there's something else that I missed somewhere.
But yeah, I just wanted to try some of these like cheaper paints,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and
Yeah.
I'm happy with them.
You know, sometimes the cheap stuff gets the job done.
Especially because it's just like I use so much of certain ones.
Right. And nice RPD. That's awesome. And RPD, in response to your quip about me talking about old Adam artwork, I mean, I still do use the, or well, Seamus, or no, sorry, Lou Dolphin and I were talking about how I still use the old plummeting monorail art for my loading screen.
Oh my god.
Well, Lude was like, why don't you change it? I'm like, because I don't have the art to change it yet. And he goes, why? I'm like, you tell me why. You know who my artist is.
Why do you need plummeting monorail?
Because I've had that since the beginning.
Can't use anything else. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like the stuff like has a really good shine to it, and it actually goes on really nicely. So this is deco art.
Oh, nice. I've heard of that company.
$2 a bottle at Hobby Lobby is like that's super cheap.
That's awesome.
Or Michael's, I'm sure, is comparably priced.
RPD says, how else do you communicate things being off the rails, Adam?
Picture of Ozzy.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, eventually we will have the rad Cog Mega Man hybrid thing that we talked about, but that's, you know, that's once Adam has free time again.
I don't know what that means.
Free time, you mean?
Yeah, I've never heard of free time.
Yeah. Nope, free time is an artificial construct. Although I guess so is everything else in the world, so. At least that would be Christopher's argument.
Well,
How was your vacation, by the way?
nothing matters.
What?
I said if everything's a construct, then nothing matters.
Oh, now we're in nihilist Arby's. Eat at Arby's.
It was good. It was good.
Excellent.
Yeah, my in-laws live in New Jersey on a farm in South
Oh,
Jersey.
that's cool.
So it was real quiet.
That's quite a trip for you.
Yeah, 14 hours.
Woof.
Yeah.
Did Ness make you drive the whole way?
Ness can't drive.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Ness is from Philadelphia, and no one drives in Philly.
Right.
So,
I completely
never-
forgot about that.
another little funny story about things being off rails.
Yep.
I don't know why this came up. I still have a brush in my clip studio, though,
Mm-hmm.
that I made that is Ozzy Osbourne's face.
Oh my god.
Because during Fright Trains, because I was trolling Christopher, and I was just like, okay. And so I just made a brush that repeats his face.
I love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Driving Christopher crazy with things like that is kind of an entertaining pastime.
Are there any plans for TMT Discord emote? I don't see why not. Can you not add emotes? Like, I don't have any problems with that.
I mean, I probably can. I've just never tried. I think RPD's asking you to draw one though.
Oh,
That would take time, RPD.
right, yeah.
That's another thing that was supposed to come in the giant paint deal, and I'm still waiting on. But again, Adam,
Yeah.
don't rush. That's
This December is especially, like, November, December for me is going to be doing a lot of personal projects.
yeah.
That's stuff that will come.
Yep. And we look forward to it.
It's in the pipeline.
I've actually, I got to talk to you at some point because I finally figured out one of the emotes that desperately needs to happen. It's the go to bed emote,
Oh, yeah.
because go to bed has become not just a joke in your Discord, but also made its way onto my streams.
Everywhere else.
Yeah,
I think everywhere I'm involved, it has shown up.
yeah, pretty much. This guy was incredibly easy to base coat, like just walking iron giant. I think I'm gonna hit him with Agrax Earthshade, and we'll see where we go to bread. Do we just start using Colin's bread emotes? I don't think Kirk knows who Colin is, RPD. Colin does a bunch of awesome animations for our channels.
That's true.
He's very talented at that.
I've known him since he was a little wee lad.
Now, Colin's younger than you, right?
Yeah, he wasn't that wee lad. He's only, he's like 5 years younger than me,
Yeah.
or so. Maybe more than that. But I met him when I was about 18 or so, I think.
He was sick last week, so I had to fill in for him in the podcast, and I hope it's not too bad, because there's a lot of things I need to ask him in the next couple weeks. Although, we had a great time. Josh and I gushed about Mario for like 20 minutes.
I don't need to do that. I should actually just be painting backs of these, because once they're sticking out, that should be easy.
What was that on?
I'm muttering to myself.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
You're allowed. I do it all the time.
I'm painting these arms,
Oh, okay.
and I don't need to paint them entirely before they're fixed. Then.
Right.
Wait, which arms?
His mechanical ones.
Okay.
I missed a bit because I'm ignorant.
I don't have to go all out on this because they're going to be sticking out from his body, and I'll have access to them. I really just need to cover the parts of him that I'm not going to be able to get to before I leave.
Right.
I feel like I messed Captain Marvel up a bit.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, do you actually care that much?
Not particularly, but I want it to look good.
Right, of course.
Um,
That's the big, like, the thing is, like, this model that I'm painting right now,
mhm,
I don't care about. I will probably never use in the game,
mhm.
but I still want him to look decent.
Yeah. Yeah, whereas like Hellboy, like I took more risks, I was more careful, and you know.
Yeah, and I did the same thing on the Fireflies. It's like, I care about Serenity and I care about Artful Dodger. Other than that, they're just kind of generic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing right now with a bunch of these ninjas. I'm like, these
Yeah.
are the mooks. I don't necessarily care
Right.
as much about them looking perfect.
All right.
Okay. I'll throw down some of that Astro Granite. It's going to take a minute. Artistic pride. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
You painted the Savat ones, right?
Yep, the Savat ninjas right now. They were like the last little bit outside of some of the extra boxes. I finished City Fall and Changing Constant. The stretch goal box was like the last one I needed to do, and so these like last Savat and the Rat King were the last things out of that box.
Have
Touch up a few of them from the Secret History of the Foot Clan and the Usagi and Deviation Turtles.
I do. There's a lot of that stuff I still want to paint, but I'm only really rushing on the stuff that I want to use right away.
Yeah.
I need to do I need to do a couple. I need to do I think 4 or 5 bulk paints on foot soldiers though.
Sure. Broody, a question for you from the chat.
Yeah.
RPD says, if you don't care too much about the details of the ninjas, are you painting them in all the colors of the Mortal Kombat ninjas?
I don't know. I've never played a Mortal Kombat game, so I have no idea what that means.
There you go. I would say that's an adequate answer.
Actually, that's not. I did play the Mortal Kombat versus the DC universe,
Right.
but that was like the only one, and I played that because the DC universe.
Right.
I gasp, but like that's kind of whatever. If you've never played Street Fighter, I would be a little bit more aghast.
I have played Street Fighter, but I'm not really good at a lot of those arcade fighter games.
Well, that's why you should come with us to Tappers.
What?
I said that's why you should come with us to Tappers. None of us are good because, well, I mean, part of that is we're all hammered by the time we get there. Thank you, Jeremy Handel.
The although I will say the arcade fighter that I know the best is actually Dead or Alive.
Oh, Dead or Alive. There's a game I haven't thought of in a while.
Yeah, I haven't thought about it since 3 or 4. 4. I had 4 because they had the Spartan on the Xbox.
Oh, right.
But yeah, that was the last time I played one of those games. But
I had a couple years ago. I was never good at any fighters, but I had a couple years ago something click in my brain and go oh, this is how you play fighters.
Yeah, same. I when it was just
count. I play a lot of Smash Brothers, or I used to.
Yeah.
I love Smash Brothers.
Well, when it was just myself and Alex and Krista going to Tappers, we didn't tend to arrive there quite as hammered as we did with Jeremy. And I had the opportunity to pay attention to what people were doing playing that game. And I was like, oh, that's how it works. Okay.
I think it was Injustice 2 that did it for me.
Mm-hmm.
That made me go like, okay, I get this now.
Yep.
And then I got Dragon Ball Fighter Z after that. And
Oh, yeah.
Okay. My wife loves Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball.
Oh my god, yes!
I only ever played it like one time, but
Yeah.
she's a huge fan of that game. Okay, so I'm covered on the back there, I think. I need to touch out that yellow. Something else. Sorry. Something else I learned about today painting Hellboy
Go on.
was... Oh, I'm sorry, Heckboy.
Oh, hell's fine.
Okay.
Hell damn. Like, the first, when we had Candace on, the first thing out of her mouth was, God damn it! And it was hysterical.
No, something else I learned painting the Hellboy, because I primed all of those gray, and I primed everything else white.
Yeah.
All my turtles, all my Marvel ones, I primed white, and Batman I primed gray. But I was like, what difference does this make? Really, I'm covering it all with paint anyway. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of difference.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Have you
Makes a
tried
huge
Zenithal
difference.
priming?
Huh?
Have you tried Zenithal priming?
No, I that's on my list to try.
There's just a handful of times it's like it makes a difference, but like it's really tricky on getting it right.
Yeah,
I also don't usually paint light sources on.
right.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose if the model, like, specifically had a street light attached to it or something.
Yeah,
I would do
or
it that
like,
way.
you know, if one has like a glowy hand or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, like
Those are hard.
areas like that I might do, but I don't paint like I don't paint a light source on.
Right.
Whereas like a lot of show minis are painted with light sources.
Yeah.
That's just a preference thing. I prefer to have the natural light, and only really I do the washes because it gets the ambient occlusion.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of depth, but all right. Okay.
So the way I do that, Kirk, is it would be kind of fly by the seat of my pants because I've never had to before. But I would probably change up the way I use inks, largely, to reflect that difference, that discrepancy.
Okay, so shit.
Shit. Okay. Well. Sorry. Shoot.
I'm gonna step over and grab something real quick.
Yeah, do it. I think Broody has an answer for you, Kirk.
Light just popped off.
Oh, God.
Do that.
So, here I've got Lobo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go.
He's got his face hog. So like I have the engine intake in the front. That's like a dark red, and I pretty much dry brush the underside and along the edges with a red for like a red glow after that. The inside of the engine, which doesn't look great, But I pretty much started with the dark red, and then as I worked my way towards the center of the light, I went lighter and lighter and lighter, and then dry brushed like a yellow along the outside edge.
Okay, so it is basically the same as I do the lava terrain.
Kind of. Yeah.
Kirk, give me just a moment, and I'll show you what I mean by that. I actually have to go downstairs and get a thing of water anyway, so I will be right back.
Doing some gluing now.
What type of glue are you using?
I'm using Gorilla Super Glue.
How does that work? I've been using Loctite, but I haven't been able to find it, and all I've had is Gorilla.
It's really good. It has a very, very fast bond.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very strong. Whoa! I say as I knock him off. I don't know where he went. Probably did not put enough on there.
I mean, it could be worse, right? So, Kirk, this is one of the first models I did on stream, and I'll zoom in on it. This is a Chaos Dwarf blocker for Blood Bowl. And basically what I did is I put down a dark red and then slowly dry brushed like 5 different shades of red over the top of it, and like in thinner and thinner strips, and finally ending with a yellow and then a white. And then I glazed it with a glaze called Bloodletter that I don't know if I don't think it's available anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, different colors of paint, just in progressively thinner.
Yeah, that's on there already.
Oh wow,
nice.
I love those colors.
Uh,
All right, I'm gonna let Biggin.
Yeah, my wife got me. It's this one.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's got like the applicator also. It's, it's kind of expensive, but
Yes, Kirk, that
very
is
effective.
I used it on the Firefly engines.
All right, let's see where these are going. Should I put this on the right ones? I think this one's bottom. Figure out where these holes are. Okay, wait, so that one's top. This one's top. His right. Top right. This one is gonna probably be bottom right. Bottom right.
All right.
Next, this one. Left. That goes up and over there. Up.
Good night, RPD. Thanks for stopping by, man.
Would you just break?
I just broke him off. That's. Which isn't a problem of the glue, really. It's a problem of the. It's a problem with the paint. It actually peeled the paint off.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It pulled it up off of there.
Well, that means we're just doing learning and growing. So that's a thing. Keep smacking the mic.
All right. It's also a little rough if you don't have a lot of surface contact.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
One of the things that I do sometimes is I will like stick him and then unstick and then restick real fast. Allow some air to get in there.
The problem I've always had with super glue in the past, though, is applying it's really tricky.
Mm-hmm.
And can like I always got my fingers stuck, and I'm having to squeeze it really hard to get it out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing is really good. It's like plastic applicator.
Yep. I use.
So
Go ahead.
I've gotten my finger stuck a number of times. And that actually reminds me of a funny story. At work, we have skin glue that we use for like wounds and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a bottle that was expiring, and so we had to get rid of it. So like, I was just being a jerk, and walked up to one of my coworkers and said, "Oh, hold out your hand," and just squirted the bottle in her hand.
Oh.
Oh God.
A little bit of alcohol, and it like dissolves right off. But like
right.
for a second there, like her hand was just all stuck because I'm a jerk. I know.
I wouldn't call you a jerk. I would call you a wild card.
That's hilarious.
But I got a kick out of it.
Yeah.
I'm also the one who like labeled all of our like gloves as left-handed or right-handed.
That was awesome. I loved that.
Because they can be used on either hand, obviously.
They're just like the latex gloves.
Yeah.
Is Michael a loose cannon that doesn't play by the rules?
You really want to screw with people, just label them all right-handed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then put like an empty box labeled left-handed next to it.
I did not label, like, I took, like, we had like 8, and there were like 3 left-handed and like 5 right-handed. So that, yeah, there's some disparity, but yeah, leaving just like an empty box would have been hilarious.
Yeah, I like that.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
I do. My boss's birthday is Monday. So I spent most of the day blowing up balloons and filling up his office with balloons.
Mm-hmm.
And so like so when he comes in, like it'll just be full and it's like all happy birthday and stuff like that. I took one of our a funnel at work and like filled the balloons at random with glitter.
Ooh,
and then glued them up and tied them shut. And so like if he goes around like popping them to get rid of them, like some of them will randomly be filled with glitter and explode everywhere.
Oh,
dear God.
That's a special kind of evil, Broody. So like
Christopher and I were in a little bit of a prank war for a little bit when we first got the office together. My favorite thing that I did was take a screen cap of his desktop and set it as his wallpaper,
And then hide all the icons.
and then hide all the icons. Yeah,
I did that till
and
like
then invert the mouse.
school, and it was great.
Oof. So I had a student who
Yeah, my high school was a great experience of just bad pranks all the time, and for the most part, mostly harmless. But like I was known as like the prankster. And so, but what was really good was like manipulating other people into doing pranks.
Yeah.
And so, like, I'd get one set of people, like the soccer players or whatever, to be like, "Hey, do this thing," and like do this prank, and like give them ideas and get them to do it. And then like the people that they pulled the prank on, like the drama people, like go help them and like instigate prank wars, but just help both sides, like the weapons dealer of pranks.
That's
You're
awesome.
doing the Yojimbo.
Yes. And so like I just had tons of fun just
Oh dear. Why? Okay. Wow. My headset just conked out.
Oh, weird.
It has a tendency to do that. I'm not really sure why. It's brand new.
And yes, Kirk, I'm very much the loose cannon that doesn't play by the rules.
Well, I mean,
One really great day, one really great prank. I had planned this for months.
that's the best
we were
kind.
remodeling our house, or not our whole house, but like one of our bathrooms. And I saved the toilet that we were replacing. So I just had a toilet that on Christmas Eve I snuck out to someone's house, left the toilet on their front yard with a big red like car dealership bow on it. Like got a red velvet carpet, rolled it out from their front door to the toilet, set the toilet on fire, and filled it with like Tootsie Rolls and pudding.
Tootsie Rolls and pudding.
While on fire, and just kind of left it there for them to find on Christmas morning. Pretty harmless. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. They thought it was absolutely hilarious. And that toilet like went all around town eventually, like getting stolen and moved in various forms of pranks and stuff. So it's like the prank that kept on giving.
That's fantastic.
I know.
The one that for me was kept on giving. I had a roommate once that worked at a movie theater and brought home the cardboard stand-up of Samuel L. Jackson from Black Snake Moan.
Nice.
Oh god, that was a good one too.
He's in the tank, and it's all dirty, and he's got like a chain, and he looks like really mean, you know.
Yeah.
And we just like took turns essentially hiding that in places, trying to get each other, like putting it in the shower or the closet. You know, you try to hide it in a place where they wouldn't find it for a really long time.
Right,
And then
right,
they just
right.
like open up the storage closet, and Samuel L. Jackson's just staring there intensely at you.
That's
Like,
awesome.
yeah.
I had a student. So she was one of my hardest working students. So like very easy to forgive, you know what I mean? And she knew that I absolutely detest glitter. Like it is the herpes of the craft world. And she had a project to finish in my classroom. Oh dear. Rather late one evening. I had already gone home. Actually, I think I'd gone to work at the comic book store. And while I was gone, she and one of the other teachers glitter bombed my classroom. Like totally not a floor surface available that wasn't covered in glitter. I was so angry the next day. It was awful.
I think that like this is the best prank I ever heard of.
Okay.
So my friend was going to college.
Yeah.
He was at a dorm,
Mm-hmm.
right? And there's a number of people that would go home for the holidays, a number
Sure.
of people that would stay in the dorm. And so they were always like kind of picking on this one person there, this
Mhm.
one guy that everyone was always pranking that guy.
Sure.
So he was going home for the holidays. While he was gone, they went to his room, and they drywalled over it, matched the wallpaper, and matched one of the light fixtures of the hallway and put it on his door also.
Oh my God.
Like completely sealed over it. Then he got back and everyone on the floor was in on it and acted like they didn't know who he was.
Oh, that's terrible.
That is amazing.
That's fantastic. Oh my
Oh.
God.
Yeah, that's the best one I've ever heard of. That's some dedication.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
One time, I knew, I went to fork someone's yard. Once again, silly prank. You take a bunch of plastic forks, you just stick them in the yard, you're done.
Yeah.
These people, the people I was doing it to, had like an acre of yard. They lived a little bit further out in the country.
Mm-hmm.
So I had hundreds of forks, and like one night just stuck them everywhere.
You should
But
have.
mind you, not just plastic forks, clear plastic forks.
Oh.
So he saw and started cleaning it up and then everything like that, and I swear, like, over a year later, he like ran into, like, I found another fork. Like when he like run over with his lawnmower or something like that.
Well, that's not good for the lawnmower either.
Probably not. I mean, cheap plastic, and like he had, obviously with an acre, he had like a really huge like riding lawnmower, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I wish that. So like, Reaper names all of their skin tones.
Mm-hmm.
They go like youthful flesh, warrior flesh, undead flesh, pale flesh, etc. Right?
Yeah.
I wish that they, like, I get why they don't want to be like, this one's the black people flesh, right?
Yeah.
I
Yep.
understand them not wanting to do that. I wish that they would just like give you a number, like a scale.
Yeah.
From light to dark, that so that I could tell so I could tell if youthful flesh or warrior flesh is darker,
Right.
and like where pale flesh figures into that, and like
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, GW does the same thing.
you just have these arbitrary terms that it's like, okay, all right, I can guess what that means.
That's not that late for you, Kirk. You're on the West Coast.
Probably good. All right.
Okay. Time to take a risk.
no, come back here, you. So I had my Edge of the Empire campaign today.
Oh, how'd that go?
It went well. My players did not do what I was expecting.
They never do.
I was gonna say
Nope.
fairly standard fare.
So they're like trying to track down this pirate. They found out like where his base was, and was like, oh, it's in this asteroid. Let's go like take him out.
Mm-hmm.
They're also trying to like bring him in alive. So they're like concocting these this insane plan. I mean, I guess it's not really that insane. One of the party members is a Claudite shapeshifter.
Yep.
So can they're like, oh, we know like this lieutenant that we killed earlier. Let me I stole his clothes. Let me shapeshift into him. Throw on his clothes. We've got his passcode. Like we found in his computer. We'll be able to just get in and talk to this dude and like see if we can trick him to like coming on board.
Yeah.
And then we'll like take him out on our ship. I kind of planned for that, knowing that we had a shapeshifter.
Right.
But was expecting more of like we're gonna like disguise ourselves, sneak in, and then things are gonna go to heck, and like guns are gonna start going, and everyone's like it's gonna be a huge firefight.
Yeah.
But no, they held on to the deception the entire way through.
Oh my god.
And so I had to like adjust my like entire plan, and until they tricked the dude onto the ship. They jumped him, knocked him unconscious before he could do anything really.
Right.
Tricked the rest of, because once again shapeshifter, changed into this guy and got the rest of his crew to like load up a bunch of spice and other illicit goods onto their ship, and then just flew off.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, they kept rolling and rolled well, so I was like, okay, you keep doing what you're saying you're doing.
Yeah, that's.
But I was not prepared for that eventuality.
Right.
I ran an Edge of the Empire once at the office that ended up just like they had some job to rob a luxury barge, and they ended up robbing everybody on it and stealing the barge and being like, well, we're rich for the rest of our lives. And I was like, okay, well, that's the end of the campaign.
So I'm running. This is going to be an interesting one. I'm running Call of Cthulhu for Alex Schmidt, Trevor, Jenny, and Jacqueline and Emily Bender on Tuesday. And I am terrified to think where they might take that campaign, because it's like I'm doing a published module. And if I know anything about Trevor, he's gonna take it. He's gonna have me making stuff up before the first hour is up.
I've never actually played. I've played with Trevor running a game.
Yeah.
Of Urban Shadows.
Yeah.
I've played some indie games, but I'm led to believe he's a force of chaos.
I've been playing D&D with him for the last, since quarantine started. And yes, he is. Jacqueline and I have had our hands full reining him in.
Casey's actually starting an Edge of the Empire game for us,
Mm-hmm.
where I'll be a player, and I'm very excited about that. Because I obviously, like, as soon as you start asking people, started building, like, conceptualizing my character.
Yeah.
With, like, kind of some of the stuff that Casey said she'd be interested in running. So, like, I created an ARC Trooper.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Because she was like, I'd want to do it like a Clone Wars era type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's great. So I started making this like nice like ARC Trooper and stuff. I'm like, man, I'm really liking this guy. Awesome. And then like the entire group was all like, let's do Knights of the Old Republic era. And I was like, dang it.
Oh.
You can still basically do an ARC Trooper there.
No, I'm still doing an ARC Trooper there because I was like, canonically in Star Wars Rebels, Ezra finds like a Jedi temple on Lothal that allows him to like view and interact with things through time.
Oh
Yeah.
So I was just like, historically, okay, I'm just gonna like hand wave this at this point in time since it's canonically established that there's a group of Jedi that were just experimenting with it and accidentally pulled me back. And so like, I am an ARC trooper that got pulled out of time, and is in the Old Republic now.
When I was playing, I like to role play in MMOs. I always like to do that. And when I was playing Old Republic, it was impossible to get anyone to get. I only get like 2 or 3 people at a time. But I was trying to organize a guild based around Trooper Squad roleplay.
Oh, that's
That
cool.
was because there's the Trooper class that you play.
So yeah, we had a lot of fun building the character. And it was like a shame to see it go to waste, so we're working it out.
Good.
And the fun thing is, so like the Old Republic, you had the Mandalorian Wars,
Yeah.
and then like 10 years later, the Sith Wars started. And so like we're starting as like a role playing. It's like you tell 3 things about yourself, like 3 rumors, like one that's true, one that's a lie, and one that's misleading.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And so like my misleading one is that like I'm a Mandalorian. So because I've got like my custom armor with like the jetpack and the like dual pistols and all the other stuff like that. And so like everyone thinks I'm a Mandalorian and is very confused as why I'm constantly running around helping Jedi.
Huh. That's cool. I like that.
What?
I like that.
Yeah. Which yeah, obviously that's like my misleading one because like I'm a clone of Jango Fett, not an actual like Mandalorian though.
Oh, well, I'm thinking about it, Adams. I mean, I'm sure I'll talk to you on Discord over the next week, but like, happy anniversary coming up.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yours is like the easiest in the world to remember because it's also my favorite holiday.
That's probably because it's the best.
Yeah.
Which is also why it's my anniversary.
Right. It will be Krista and Tyler's anniversary too, when COVID stops and they can actually get married.
COVID's not stopping them from getting married. It's just stopping
Well,
them
no,
from having to be there.
Right, exactly. And I mean, I think theirs was supposed to be outside anyway, but I think they just chose to postpone it because, like, it's intended to be a Halloween party, and like, cool, great.
Right.
I would also, they invited Katie and me, and I was like, I'm not going to Ohio right now, sorry.
It's better than my birth month. That's tough.
Oh, yeah, that's a tough one.
I don't know if you can see what I did here. On the back of his head. Boy, that's really hard to make out. I did the hair like that, and then I mixed it with the flesh tone about halfway
Cool, yeah.
to the bottom of it, so he's got like a nice.
The fade, yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
I did something like that with Dominic Santiago when I did the Gears minis.
A nice Octavius bowl.
I gotta do one more dry brush on his back, a little bit lighter this time. Stormrunner's there. Okay, well,
I'm
that's
glad
good.
there's no Norman Osborn mini. There's a great goblin, but like having to paint those cornrows was.
I just laughed so hard that I bumped the volume control on my headset.
You're welcome. I'm in the goggles right now, so I'm going to focus. Very
Yep.
intently.
Goggles are, if done correctly, look super dope, and if done poorly, they show. Man. Alright, little detail on his nose and fingertips. I'm gonna dry brush the brown. Just kidding for the stone. There it is.
Take a look.
We're almost done with these because I gotta do kind of a glow on his belt thing. But
So that is the Rat King.
Oh,
Nice.
sick, Broody.
very cool.
That looks super dope. I love it.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I really like your choices with that. Mine's a lot redder.
Yeah,
I
I,
feel-
really like yours. I got a little lazy. I was actually a little jealous of yours, but I just did the since I already had like the gray black out doing his pants. I did the rats in that same gray black, and then I saw you had brown rats, right?
Yeah, brown rats.
I kind of like that, and I was like, I should have done that.
Yeah, I do like that. I mean, I like your hair color better. 'Cause mine's very red. But I do like the I painted the rats brown. Here, I'll pop them on here. I also did their tails pink.
Yeah, I had rat skin flesh that I did for the tails.
I really like for a very selfish reason, Broody. I like what you did with the cloth because it's exactly what I did with the cloth on this guy. Makes me feel good about what could potentially have been a very poor decision.
I also see that I probably should not have done this the way that I did. I told you that like I had airbrushed, and because like the Savant ninjas are mostly gray and Rat King was a lot of gray, I just
Yeah.
did that, and then I ended up painting over most of him with like the black and like gray black,
Yeah.
like his waistband and some, like his like armbands and waistband are like the only bits of gray that remain.
Oh my gosh, what is behind my ear? Medium
Your
rare,
headphones?
okay. I am holding a brush and using a brush, and it's got one stuck behind my ear, and I'm just kind of a mess right now. Okay. You go here. Alright, what else do I have to... Okay. Back down. For the zillionth time today. Stop sliding out of the paint handle, you jerk. Oh, brown. What do I have for brown layers? Or do I just go right? Oh,
One thing. Oh no, sorry. Layers.
that's a base. I'm thinking Gorthor.
That's a thing. That's a dry brush.
Which one?
I said Goldfag brown.
Oh, yeah.
Pop this up a little bit.
How brown do you want it? I like
Pretty
I usually
brown.
Like brown.
That shows a little better, huh?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
It's just a little too close to focus.
Hmm.
Stolen
Oh,
upside down.
Savannah Park. That's perfect.
Okay. This guy here. The Fire Dragon Bright. Make a lot of noise shaking my chair. Ooh, that's like a day glow. I like that. I like that. What can get us?
Oh, that was the right choice. Okay, cool. I'm like, I see this mini start to pop out of the paint handle. I'm like, no, you don't either. These Brutality minis, like, they're slightly too big for the regular size painting handle, and they're slightly too small for the big paint handle. Drives me crazy.
Yeah, I'm not even using the handle on these guys because they got the giant bases.
Yeah. Well,
I'm using. I paint most of them like before I base them, right?
Yeah.
So like I just use the tack stuff and stick them on a pill bottle.
Yeah.
Until I base it, but.
Right. All right. I'm going to do the slats between his base, and I think this guy's just about done.
Did I tell you that I dumped some flesh shade on myself? I was closing it and just went like chunk. And
Could you tell?
Could I tell that I?
Or did you feel like about your skin?
No, it's like the dark brown.
Okay.
All right, Kirk, you get to see the.
I thought it would ruin my pants, but it is water soluble, so.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I have like a couple like white streaks on my pants that I'm actually wearing right now from throwing a little bit of white on it, and it never really came out.
I have I have a hoodie that I thought I was very careful to do spray foam insulation. I was like, I thought I was very careful not to get any on there, but I got a little bit on there, and it's like it does not come off.
No, it sure doesn't. I think I ruined like 2 pair of pants doing that. I was insulating my old boss's house, who is now a friend of mine. I was helping him out with that. And he as a joke hit me with something, and I was like, dude, does that come out? He's like, yeah, sure, it'll be fine. Nope.
Nope.
Did not come out.
It did not.
Oh, I picked up a couple enamels for Iron Man. Also,
Oh, cool.
I got a shiny red and a shiny yellow. So,
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, be very careful with the enamels because like it's tough to get out of brushes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably use my cheaper brushes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would just use disposable.
I picked it up like 3 times. I need a better sorting system for this. What should his base color be? Is the question. Because Ultron's silver. I don't want to paint him silver also.
No, I feel like it should be like green or yellow or something.
You know.
Or maybe like a yellowish green. You're talking about the ring around the base, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did this. I like pulled the gnome oil a lot and then ran it along the. Like I did it into the drain, right?
Yeah.
See, I also ran it down the crease.
Oh,
So it looks
yeah.
Water damage or like water sitting there.
That's awesome.
So that's.
See, this is why I love doing these painting streams. Is like one of us will come up with a cool idea, and like I'm already thinking about like how do I use that? Where am I going to use that?
Yeah. Because I am going to hit it with the Agrax Earthshade also.
Yeah.
The rest of it, but that part will stick out now. And maybe we'll have to do that again, but. Cool. These Crisis Protocol ones, there's a real nice so there's a lot of detail, not fully a lot.
Yeah.
I want to get some of that, there's that, like water effect resin stuff.
Mm.
I don't have a use for that right now, but
Right.
I do want to start making some. I watch I've linked to a few of them. I watch a lot of YouTube channels about
Yeah.
crafting machinery. I want to start. Once I get all these painted, because I want the thing that I play on to look as cool as the things I'm playing with.
Yeah.
These are, I did find out, for anyone wondering, these are essentially O scale.
Oh, okay.
And that goes for Ninja Turtles, Hellboy, Gotham to a degree, like, and all of those can fit in that sort of area.
Right.
Sorry, O scale what?
They're O scale miniatures. So if you find terrain or buildings or anything like that, that's in O scale, then you can use that. Thing being, most of it is not.
Right.
It gets hard to find it because it's a lot larger than most model train people go for.
Right.
Most of them go for HO scale, which is almost like half the size.
In fact, I believe that's exactly what it stands for.
Oh, half O. Yeah,
Yeah.
Then probably.
I mean, I could be wrong. I've been wrong in the past, but
Yeah, well, that would make sense, though. If you're wrong, then they're wrong.
thank you, Adam. I appreciate that vote of confidence.
Yeah.
All right, now the pain in the butt part. Eyeballs.
You don't need eyeballs.
Well, all the rest of them have them, so.
Yet to paint eyes. Are you using my technique?
I always do.
Broody does, I
gotta
don't, because I base
You
everything.
gotta do that early.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't. I keep forgetting to do like the white on the face before painting the face,
Yeah.
and so I always put
I just screwed that up.
the white in after the fact. I
Mhm.
do the like don't have them like looking straight ahead, kind of have them focused elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think it helps out a lot and makes them look a lot better.
Yeah. Well, Brutality minis, they have the white, or the Brutality characters have just the white eyes,
Oh yeah, that's nice.
so. Oh shoot, I missed a bit.
That's also nice with like Batman and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
so a lot of superhero stuff you don't have to do any of that.
Right.
I think most of the turtle stuff I didn't have to do pupils on. These are, I mean, it is clear that these are better made than the IDW ones. They're better sculpted,
Yeah.
and they take the paint better. Like they hold it in the recesses better.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you can tell that just because they're made for essentially wargaming. It's like wargaming light, but
Right. Doing a couple of things off camera here because I need to get it closer to my face. Fix up the rest of his face and we'll be good.
so I'm kind of doing this off camera too, because I have to tilt away. It's like tilted a certain way so that the washes move.
Yeah. Alright, that worked really well. I'm quite happy with that. Okay, now I'm gonna slather this thing in Nuln Oil and he'll be done. Well, other than dry brushing his base. Which will probably happen tomorrow because the Nuln Oil needs to dry.
Yeah, I'll probably not paint the ring around his face till tomorrow. I do need. Oh, I need the flesh shade.
So,
I just had it.
Kirk, this is a technique that, if you're still here, this is a technique that I use pretty much exclusively on the Brutality minis, but it could work on a number of other things as well. I've now this model is what I would consider quote unquote done, but because in keeping with the art theme of Brutality, they have very, very dark shadows. So I go over it with just a ton of Nuln Oil at the very end. Which, yes, it does reduce some of the detail that I just painted on, but it matches the color schemes and the paint or the drawing style much better than not. Oh shoot. You know, if I don't just knock the mini over arbitrarily. Or kick him out of the... Oh my god. He is not behaving.
So now I need to. This
Oh,
looks.
I'm just getting this paint handle out of here. I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up with this handle.
Are you allowed Yiddish swears?
Sure.
I think I'm done.
I'm approaching final point myself.
I don't know how well you can see him, but
He looks awesome. I love his goggles.
yeah, I gotta let him dry, and then I gotta rim the base. But
Yep.
It's pre-Crisis Protocol done.
Awesome. I can't wait till Daredevil and Bullseye get here.
Yeah, I can't wait to get X-Men more than anything.
Well, the X-Men are
Oh,
kind of
I-
your thing too.
Yeah, I really want Venom also.
Yeah, Venom's cool.
Spider-Man, I feel like I was looking at the Spider-Man mini.
Mhm.
They have him on this girder, right?
Yeah,
He's like sitting on this girder.
yeah.
You look at the way they painted in the book. Like, I try not to go off of this stuff too much because they have very wargamey sensibilities about this stuff,
Right.
and I am trying to paint them more comic booky.
Yeah.
But it's like this dark iron. I don't know if you can see. Good doctor. It's like this. What's red
You got
skull?
a paint bottle more. Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like this
Oh.
dark iron girder.
Yeah.
Why would you not paint that like orange?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing over there.
Do we ever?
I mean, I'm sure that like those guys get paid to paint these things, you know? That's their
Yeah,
job,
exactly.
so who am I to criticize? But at the same time, I'm just gonna criticize.
Yeah. Because you are
That's what I am.
allowed to.
Yeah.
So this is my final product for the day.
I'm pretty happy with him. Obviously, he's still shiny because of the freshly put down Nuln Oil, but
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for this to try and figure out. Yeah. Maybe yellow. I don't think anyone else is gonna have a yellow. I don't think anyone else is gonna have a green. Oh, Hulk would have green.
Hulk would have green.
Most definitely.
I mean,
I don't.
I feel
have
like
Hulk.
Iron Man would have your
Hulk-
metallic red.
Yeah, Iron Man has the hot rod red.
Uh,
Zemo probably has purple.
Yep,
Crossbones has black.
definitely.
Red Skull is probably gonna have red also.
I would imagine so. Yeah, but you could probably do
could
like a
do-
different.
I could do like the light blue, like the Cosmic Cube.
Oh, that's
um,
true. That'd be kind of neat.
Black Widow might have red. I don't know if it's impossible to not double up on some of these.
Oh, absolutely true. Absolutely true.
Yeah. One thing they did in this book, I want to show you guys this because like I've contemplated buying another set for this. It's ridiculous to buy another set, but
Makes mental note.
it's too much money. It's too much money. It's $100. But check out what they did here in the back of this.
Oh, that's cool. If I'm seeing that
took
correctly.
Iron Man, Cap, and Black Widow model. There we go. And they basically just bronzed them and made a
that's
statue out of
sick.
them. Yeah, that's some great scenery.
Yeah.
And like, if I could get, and they they painted the whole thing bronze,
Yep.
and then like some of the little blue oxidizing on it. So like, I've thought about that. Like the Hawkeye figure comes with another Black Widow. I don't know why, but I don't know. But I've thought about doing that, of getting like a whole other stupid set of this, or maybe try to buy them individually. I don't know if anyone has piecemeal sold these, because all I
don't
would
know.
need is Iron Man Cap from the base set, maybe
Right.
Captain Marvel, but like whatever.
Hmm.
But then I would get 2 Hawkeye sets,
Yeah.
and 2 Hulks, probably 2
Right.
Thors.
Well, you could do. I mean, you could go bigger and badder. Like you could
Yeah.
take what they did and just be like, okay, now I'm doing double that.
Yeah. Or like, maybe not even have all of them. Like if I had one thing with, if I was gonna do a 3-character statue, it would be Cap, Iron Man, Thor, obviously.
Right. Yeah. Definitely.
But then like if I made like a statue park that has like the 3 of them on one statue, and then like statues of the other ones down it, like
Yeah.
on pedestals, that I think that'd be freaking neat
Yeah. That'd be really cool.
to do. But that's a very expensive undertaking also.
Mhm. For sure.
And
Rudy,
I
how's
wanna
your
get
stuff coming along?
the characters before I do that. So.
I finished with the TMNT, so I'm kind of moving on to just a random. I've got Deadshot.
Okay.
Cool. Is he from Gotham City Chronicles?
No. This is from just the DC Universe
Oh.
Batman Miniatures game.
Okay.
Right on. So I mean, I'm good to call it if you are.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done.
All right.
Cool.
Well,
Get some
thank you
pictures of the-
so much, guys, for hanging out. That was super fun. Awesome to have Adam back for a change.
Yeah, it was nice to get to come by.
Yeah. Obviously, just message us anytime. We've got the scene set up. So, and honestly, just jump in, like, turn alerts off for the chat. Stay in the group and just jump in whenever you're available, if you want. Thank you, chat, for hanging out. And I will be back on Thursday with Alex for more Gear Up. I guess we're going to do the alternate ending for Gears 5, which is going to be kind of cool. Have a good one, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.